Hey everyone, it is May 2nd, 2019, and welcome to another Brooklyn Baritone podcast. All right. Thank you very much for taking your time to listen to me today and all that I have to share and say. Today's podcast, I am talking about making it tangible. What I mean by making it tangible means you're able to make something physical out of it, something you can see, something you can touch, something you can experience. What am I talking about making tangible? Why, every time I talk to you, I'm talking about developing yourself, that seed inside of you, that seed that's in everybody, your dreams, your aspirations, your gifts, anything you want to plan, you're going to have to make it tangible. Because if you don't put anything behind it, it's just going to stay inside and just stay there and stay there. You don't nurture the seed, you don't put any sun to it, no soil, nothing. It's just there. And we have more than enough people out there that don't make themselves and their dreams and their goals something tangible. They just talk about it, and sometimes they don't even do that much. They just think about it. They're probably discouraged by bills or other factors around them, or they just downright discourage themselves. Now, you're listening to me right now because I made some things tangible. Okay? Now, we're going to start with, you have to understand what you're good at. You're going to have to know what you're good at. You're going to have to understand what you're good at, or at least what you have an interest in, to have any sort of plans, because you can't just go out there and just do stuff. You don't have any direction. It's just going to be chaos, right? So what we're going to have to focus on is growing yourself. I'm always talking about growing yourself and growing other people. You always have to be around people, too, to help grow you. But we're going to go into some of the steps I think is very important to make things tangible. Okay, enough rambling. One of the most important things to ever do to make anything tangible, I would say, is to write it down. When you look at an architect, whether they go through an easy peasy cookie cutter template for a building or a construct or a structure, what they do, or they come up with something on the top of their head, they have blueprints specifically to make that idea or that concept or that product into something tangible. Because there's something about words. I've had past podcasts talking about words, and I always iterate and reiterate the importance of words. There's something about the written word that gives much more impact as well, depending on the setting. But the written word leaves more of a mark with certain things. And one of the first things that you have to do to take what's inside your head and inside your heart, you have to make it tangible with words. Put it on paper. That way, at least if anything, to yourself, something about the action of transferring your thoughts, your ideas, your goals onto paper from inside your heart. It's like Moses and the Ten Commandments. You know, we all know inherently, basically, most of us have an idea what's wrong and what's right, because that's written in us. That's written on our hearts. So we know it. So that's something tangible for us, in a sense, spiritually speaking and morally speaking. So now when we have an idea, you put it down on paper. You may not have the right people around you to share that with right away. You may not have the audience or the platform. You have yourself. Everything starts with you. You have to make yourself your biggest fan. You have to make yourself your audience. You at least have to start at step one, and that is you. One of the best things that I found is to make it tangible. Write down the ideas. Now, you keep up at it, and you're consistent enough, of course, your idea is going to change. Because when you take the steps, it's exactly that. It's steps. Steps are a path, an ascension to where you want to be at. So everything that you do is a step. So more than likely, you're not going to be in the same place. If you're consistently moving forward, moving up, you're not going to be in the same place. One of the best things to do is write things down. Even if it's just like a quick idea, because you never know when you have a great idea for something and you don't take the time to write it down, to record it in one way, shape, or form, chances are you're going to forget. You're going to kind of forget, or when you do probably remember to put it down on paper, time pass, you may leave out certain details. You don't want to let any opportunity escape you to record what's in your heart, what's in your mind, what you want to do. That's going to develop yourself and develop others. Okay? One of the other things that I could see to make your ideas tangible is to look at how others do it. You will be resonated and attracted. They will resonate something, you'll be attracted to whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it may be. Filmmaking, cooking, opening a business, working in a certain industry. You're going to have to probably look at other people, either personally or people that you may know from secondhand people or whatever the case is. Look at how other people may go about doing what you want to accomplish. Not so much to mimic or copy someone to say that you want to be that person, but you could take pointers from seeing other people do what you want to do, because they may do something and you could probably say, hey, I could do that better. Or you could see someone doing something and say, hey, I think I could do that too. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was. It all depends on who you are. You're going to have to know who you are. And when you look at something that someone else is doing that you want to do, that gives you a bit of inspiration right there. Again, that's another form of tangibility, albeit outside of your own control. That is something tangible. You can see it. You can experience it. You could probably even reach out and talk to that person or see what they've produced and use that as a benchmark for yourself. Like, hey, I could do that. I could do that. I think I could do that. And as a matter of fact, I think I will do that. So the next thing I could also talk about is putting your words to an audience other than yourself. Talk with other people. It may be people that may not know exactly what you want to do, but it's always good to have a different perspective on everything. It's not all about the individual. It's communal input. So we could have a great idea, but then when we talk to someone could say, yeah, that's good, but did you think about this? Oh, I didn't think about that. Or they could probably think of something or say something that you could just add on to whatever it is to make whatever your idea is better. Of course, you have to be careful of who you share that information with, because I do know you have to be wary, because not everyone, unfortunately, has your growth or your well-being at their best interest. So you do have to use a little bit of wisdom and go with people who you trust, who you believe will not broadcast your ideas out there unless that's what you want to do to grow. You also have to know someone's going to be upfront and truthful. Yes, be optimistic, be supportive, but also let you know how it is. Maybe it's not worth your time. Maybe it's just not your time yet. Maybe you could just probably wait around for more resources, or they could tell you, hey, I don't know why you were taking so long to do this. I always saw this gift in you. So sometimes it could be a very good push in the right direction for what you need to do. So when I move on to the next thing, you put yourself out there. The times where you're just going to have to go and do what you feel in your heart that you have to do to grow yourself. Because there are a lot of times where you could put whatever it is that you have out there, whatever service you have out there, idea you have out there, whatever gift or talent or abilities you have out there, you will probably receive tenfold of, could be financial compensation, could be tenfold of growing your network. It could be you getting exposure. It could be you actually doing the do, and then you process that information and figure out, this is how I could do this better. Or I know not to do this next time. Or I know, I'm going to go back and do that again because it worked. It matched up with what I want to do. Experience, nothing beats experience. But you're not going to get any experience if you don't put yourself out there. You have to go ahead and do it. I'm just kind of going through really quick, but these are like, honestly, the core major things that many people could use. Really simple things to grow themselves. You want a business, you want to expand your education, you want to just get to be a better person. Write it down. Look at how others do it. For pointers, for guidance. They went down that road. They could probably have some points to share with you. Talk to other people for guidance, for another outlook. Put yourself out there. Now, again, I started off talking, I'm here in my beautiful makeshift studio on my mic, my condenser mic. I had this mic for years, and I've changed a few things of how I actually broadcast things, of how I actually produce things. I had to start somewhere. Again, it's a step. Everything is a step. You may be cool with it at that current time, and as you progress, you're going to change things up. You're going to see I need to improve certain things or not do certain things. Now, I started off with this website. It's not getting billions or millions of hits, but I do it because it's a part of me. I did it because I wanted to get into vocal work, and I wanted something in lieu of a demo reel. That's what a lot of vocalists do. Not a singer, just vocalist, voice talent. I said, hey, let me just set up a website and put my audio files up there. I'll practice. It'll put myself out there. So as opposed to talking about it, I would like to do that. Well, somebody asked me, hey, okay, do you have a demo reel? Do you have anything? No, not yet. I'm working on it. Okay. There's a lot of people who has the no, not yet. Understand, maybe due to resources, the timing may be off, or you're just waiting for something legit, for your situation to change, for you to change jobs, to move, to for whatever it is, there are definite legit reasons why you don't need to jump in to do something, to commit to something that you're not going to be able to be consistent somewhat in. On the other hand, there's a lot of people out there that's just like, well, not yet. You have to stop doing that. We defeat ourselves so much. And a lot of times people actually go out and do things and get better with things and enjoy life more, and because they're actually releasing the stuff that's in them. A lot of people say, man, why did I wait so long to do this? You can't allow yourself and other factors to hold you back. You can't allow time to pass. Use time to prepare, yes, but time is the most precious thing to us. And we have to utilize that time. We have to utilize every chance we get. And I'm not saying I'm super efficient with utilizing my time. I could use my time in so much better ways. So much things I said, I should have been doing this. Or even sometimes I should have been sleeping. Catch up on my rest. Rest my body and my mind. I don't do it all the time. But I do know I have something to show for it. Because at one point or other in my past, I decided, hey, I got some ideas. Let me actually write stuff down. Even to this day, I still write a lot of things down. I use my computer or I use my cell phone, which I usually have it. I use my cell phone for a lot more than just talking. And I write down in documents. Passing idea, I don't want it to pass and leave me and I forget about it. I want to be able to jot it down. And sometimes months or even sometimes years later, I go back and look at something and I go, wow, I forgot I wrote about this. This is actually good. And you try to implement it or grow. So now I have a website, have microphones, I have equipment. So I'm actually doing things. I'm not a big time production studio. Again, I'm not getting millions of hits on YouTube, but I got something tangible. I got something to show for myself, definitely. And I use this platform, I guess, to share what's in me. I do like talking. I always look to improve the way I talk and what I talk about. I also like doing videography and photography. So these are different things that are in me that I look to develop, and I look to share it with other people. The most helpful thing that I do, other than probably time, if ever I do decide I have time to do things, it usually is a choice for all of us. Talk. Share what you have. Share your wisdom. Share your experience. Share your outlook on things. That's one of the best things to ever give anybody is time. Because when you say money, yeah, money, but in the socioeconomic culture and its structure, we basically get compensated money for our what? Our time. Because we're actually going to work to produce something tangible for whatever organization or person that we're working for. So you see how it goes back and it all relates to each other. You can say give money, yes. Time, though. We get paid for our time to make something tangible for someone else. Why not use that time and opportunity to make something tangible for yourself other than, yes, paying the bills, having a roof over your head, having food. Very important. These are all necessities. Utilize your time more. We are made for much more, for greatness, to be great individually and communally. Make your seed, your gift, your talent, your ability, your goals, your ideas, your plans tangible. Start that first step. I don't care how old you are. Do it. You still breathing? If you could hear me, do it. Just go ahead and do it. Even if you feel that it's not going to pan out to anything, do it. You never know. You take that one step, it's going to lead to another step. You take that one step, you're ascending somewhat. Keep doing it. Develop yourself. Why wouldn't you do it? You owe it to yourself, and you owe it to the rest of us. You have something inside of you that the rest of us can use. So stop bogarting, stop playing around, and make your dreams tangible. Do it. I'm doing it. You want to hit me up? Get at me. I'll have some pointers, and I'm pretty sure you probably have some pointers for me too. Anyways, man, stop playing around. I gotta listen to my own advice as well. This is Corey Ashley, talking on this podcast that is tangible for you to listen to. You can catch me on Google Play and iTunes, and of course, my website, brooklynbaritone.com/BB Podcasts. I'm signing off. Talk to you guys next time. Listen out for another weekly podcast. You all take care. Love you all. Be blessed.